Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Good. Alright, let me go ahead and share this to good old Twitter. It's only 9 o'clock, but in this household, this is pretty much the time where people start to go to bed. Oh, that's one hell of a tweet. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, this is around the time that people in my household start to go to bed. Including myself, I've started to get a little sleepy around this time, but today I'm not really feeling it.
I'm a little out of practice these days.
Drowsy or anything like that.
Any conflicts around?
So I'm just gonna go ahead and start streaming. I did all of my dailies already, and I did some artifact grinding. But you know what? Something I've thought about. My Chaska, this is her crit value with Obsidian Codex. And she is right around 210 or more crit value. When you add everything together, it's 57.6 crit rate value plus the 156.2. So 56 and 56, that's another 112. So 212 plus the 0.6 and the 0.2. Yeah, it's right around. Actually, it's 57. I said 56, but anyway, it's 213, just over 213 crit value, and that's without even considering the 40 crit rate that you get from Obsidian Codex. So where am I going with that? I think I'm good on farming Obsidian. Oh my god, my throat. I need to clear it, but I didn't clear it enough just now. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get some water later. Maybe after I'm done explaining what I'm about to explain. So, here's the thing. I have a pretty decent set on Chaska already. I would like more crit damage. I would like to try to get like 280 or even 290 with around 55 to 60 crit rate. That's like the ideal stopping point for me. But let's be real. I think I got really lucky with the pieces that I have already. Like, sure, my goblet could be better, but it could be worse. My sands, I have this, but it doesn't have any beneficial substats. For Chaska, I mean, I guess elemental mastery, but for Chaska, she doesn't really have much for substats to worry about because the main stats you want are attack percent. The only piece that could be drastically improved is the circlet to get attack percent, crit rate, maybe some energy recharge and EM, and then my flower is offset, so this could be better as well. So there are improvements that could be made. Like this plume it's not perfect, but it's as good as it's gonna get. Everything went into crit on this plume, and with the flower. Almost 40 CV, like very close to 40 CV. I think that's 38. So I got some low rolls. Obviously, the crit rate could have been 7%. That would have been 40 CV. So the plume is not gonna get that much better. So where am I going with this? Other than Chaska, my only other characters that I would farm for are Shilonen, and off stream I got a healing bonus circlet that it rolled all the perfect stats. It got energy recharge, defense percent, but it also rolled flat attack, and it was a 3-liner, and then it rolled flat defense as a 4th line. All I wanted from that piece was crit rate and energy recharge, mostly energy recharge. It didn't get crit rate at all, and it had defense percent, so obviously I would want defense percent, a good amount and some energy recharge to beat out this circlet. You know, maybe 10% energy recharge. You want to know what that circlet rolled? The only healing bonus circlet that came with the right substats for my Shilonen on set, that circlet rolled all flat attack. I really wanted to throw my controller out the window when I saw that happen. I'm like, this is a healing bonus circlet. This is not a crit circlet, not this one that I'm pointing at right now, but the one that I got from that set, from the Scroll of Cinder City. A healing bonus circlet with energy recharge and defense %, no crit rate, but flat attack and defense, and you're telling me that you couldn't give me any defense % or energy recharge whatsoever on the only healing bonus circlet I've obtained on this set? Like, look at this. Look at all these pieces. Okay? Look at all these pieces. Alright? Look at how much I farmed this set, and only one healing bonus circlet off stream, and it rolled that way. Like, I don't think I need to tell you how ridiculous that was. Especially considering the fact that it's really just me min-maxing. Like, okay, yes, I could get a better defense sans, I could get more crit rate, I could get flat defense instead of EM or attack %, and I can get more energy recharge, sure. I could get another defense goblet. By the way, I barely got any defense goblets as well. Where I got crit rate and energy recharge, because that's what I want is crit rate and energy recharge. This rolled really well in the crit rate. I don't see myself replacing that anytime soon. Like, I had another defense goblet that rolled crit damage, energy recharge, and some other stats. I think it was like attack and flat attack. And guess what? I rolled it a little bit, and it still rolled worse than the one I have on Kachina right now. It also rolled crit damage, but it was 13.2. Which means I got a 7 and a 6.2 roll. Kachina's got 2 7s on crit damage. Like, why would I want to replace Kachina's current goblet with that worst one? And the funny thing is, I didn't even realize I had a defense goblet on Kachina. So, the point I'm trying to say is that for the characters that I have currently that want Scroll of Cinder City and Obsidian Codex, I have one, just one, that wants Obsidian Codex. And the 3 that I want Cinder City on, I already have a decent build. Like, okay, Auroran could definitely use a better sans. Absolutely could use a better sans. But right now, I don't even see myself using Auroran. Like, these are his stats right now with what I have. This is a crit damage circlet, by the way. This is the weapon. I could switch this out. I could put something more DPS-y, right? So instead of Favbo, I could get Skyward Harp, give my Favbo back to Goro, because that's who was using it. So then I look at the stats, and it looks a little bit better, a little bit padded out because of the weapon. But I'm not using him. What's the point of building this guy as a sub DPS when I don't really plan on using him? The current Abyss is terrible for Taser right now. Aside from Raiden Taser, Electrocharged just isn't cutting it in the Abyss right now. I mean, yeah, I'm only considering floor 12. I'm sure in floors 9 through 11, Taser's really good. But so is everything else that I can put together with my account. So what's the point of using Taser? I love Taser, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite teams. It's the first time I cleared the Spiral Abyss 36 stars. It was because of Taser. So I like Taser, but right now Taser sucks in the Abyss. So I don't even see the point of building Auroran any further. My Kachina isn't really built as a sub DPS. I haven't even leveled her talents. I don't need her to be a sub DPS. I only have 2 constellations on her. And yet she still has 55 100 with 200 energy recharge. Like, if I ever use Kachina, it would just be for fun. And honestly, it would only be if I ever pulled Navia in the future, because that's the only person I could see really benefiting because she would constantly apply off-field geo damage to create the crystallized shards. So a lot of people think like, oh, Shalonen's really good for Navia. Well, Shalonen doesn't really do anything off-field. She goes on-field for 2 seconds, maybe 3 if you burst, and then that's it. The rest of the crystallized shards are solely going to be based on Navia's presence on that team. So I would rather use Kachina with Navia. Everyone else, there's Shalonen. And I have her built too. Not the best, I meant to say best, not messed. Not the best amount of crit rate. Granted, she's using a healing bonus circlet, but she still has over 200% on energy recharge. And because I'm not using a defense weapon, I'm using Favsor, because let's face it, that's her best F2P weapon when you don't have her weapon. So you don't even have to hard focus on defense percent unless you just want really good healing. And with 2,500 defense, I still heal almost 8,000 health. Like, it's 7,000 something, but it's almost 8,000 health per heal tick. Like, she does good healing. Like, she in 2 ticks will heal up most of my characters to full. So it's like, I don't really need to farm for her anymore. So I think what I'm going to do, and I was thinking about this because I did get a C6 Goro when I was pulling on the weapon banner. And one of the things I've been wanting to do for a while, and I just always put it off, is I want to build my Noelle. I got the White Blind R5, I can level up I can get it to level 90 in like one Sunday, because I always farm my talent books and weapon ascension materials on Sundays. So just one day of farming, I'll get White Blind to level 90. I have some husk pieces as well as some Geo goblets that I could use. Let me see, where's Geo? Yeah, so yeah, here's one right here. Really good Geo goblet, defense percent, all that. I have another one on Ningguang. And I thought I had 3, but I guess that's it. So yeah, there's that. I have some husk pieces on Yunjin. So let's take a look here. I don't have the sands. I have this plume, which is not great. And then I have this flower, which is awesome, because it has everything you could want for a DPS Noelle. The only thing that's missing is attack percent, really, because she scales with both attack and defense. But it's, yeah, you're going to want to get defense most of the time. And yeah, I got a pretty decent crit damage circlet. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's decent. So, like, I've got the starting point. I got 2 pieces ready to go, and if I get a different flower for my Yunjin, where I get defense and energy recharge, I'll definitely give it to her, because this one only has crit. Whereas if I got a new flower and it got, let's say, 15% defense and like 10% energy recharge, you best believe that's what I'm giving her, because Yunjin, the way I have her built right now, doesn't need crit rate because I want to use this weapon. I want to R5 this, and I want to use her more often. So I kind of want to farm more husk. But not just husk, I want to farm a set that I've never touched before. Archaic Petra. Yeah, the retracing bow light won't really be useful on a lot of characters, but I'm sure I could make a meme build with it, because it is good when you're shielded. So I could put retracing bow light on, say, Yoimiya, Ayato. Just, there's a lot of people you can use it with, as long as they are shielded. So maybe not Ayato, but yeah. It has its uses, and Archaic Petra just happens to have a use outside of putting it on a Geo character. I've seen some videos recently that make a really good point, where you could put it on Zhongli on teams where he's paired with someone that doesn't scale with attack. I mean, let's face it, Zhongli has been on Tenacity, sure, since the the time that it came out, I guess. And that's because, oh yeah, his pillar can like hit stuff, and then, you know, it procs the set. But most of the time, people put tenacity on him because of the HP bonus, not because of the 4-piece bonus. Well, it just so happens that his pillar vanishes when you put it in the wrong spot when you're fighting a boss. It just gets evaporated by the boss's body. So then you're not proccing tenacity ever. And on the other, in other instances, okay, his pillar somehow doesn't disappear, but you have to get the enemy to get close to it, or you have to position it well enough that it doesn't evaporate and still hits the enemy. And if you're fighting a stationary boss, like that gravity one, if you're not careful with your positioning, it could still get absorbed, or it might be too far and it won't hit the boss. The AoE is so small. So I kind of want to get Archaic Petra for Zhongli. Not only for Zhongli, but in the video I saw, it turns out it's pretty good on Dea. If you put Archaic Petra on Dea, according to these videos that I watched, and you have Shilonen on your team, you make the crystallized reaction with Shilonen, and then you switch to Dea, who should be your last character in your rotation anyway, right? So you switch to Dea, and then you pick up the shard. By picking it up on Dea, you create the damage bonus for whatever element. I have to look at Archaic Petra as a whole again, but it's like you get a damage bonus. I think it's based on the element of who you picked it up on or who created the reaction. Hold on, I gotta cough again. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so let's read this. So 2-piece bonus doesn't matter. Upon obtaining an elemental shard created through a crystallized reaction, all party members gain a 35% damage bonus for that particular element for 10 seconds. Only one form of elemental damage bonus can be gained in this manner at any one time. Okay, so here you go. Let's say, for example, that you use Dea with a Hydro character on your team. Mualani, for example, and then you have Shilonen. So what you do is you go maybe Mualani, Candace, or Mualani and somebody else to give you a Hydro Resonance. So just put any other Hydro unit that you can think of. Not Farina, though. And then, because Farina steals vapes, that's why I mentioned that. But you could also put like a Dendro character. But yeah, you go Mualani, Shilonen, or your other Hydro character, and then Shilonen. You create the crystallized reaction after hitting them with whatever you hit them with to make a Hydro aura, and then you pick it up with Dea, and now you've increased the Hydro damage bonus for 10 seconds. And then you use Dea's skill, and then you just go into Mualani and just start going crazy. Mualani will vape thanks to Dea's skill, and she'll do extra damage if you're using Candace because of the up to 40% damage buff. I don't think everyone will always get 40% normal damage buff with Candace, but you know, you can always try for it. And then Candace can use Instructor. So probably not 40%, but you'll get EM if you use Instructor. So there's just a lot of things you can do there. Then you have other team comps. Let's say you're using Bennett on your team, so you're getting probably Noblesse Oblige, a lot of attack percent, and then you go Zhongli or Dea with Shilonen, and you use Archaic Petra. You get double Geo Resonance and double Pyro Resonance. So let's say you're using Zhongli Shilonen. So Shilonen's on Scrollless Inner City. You have maybe Arlecchino. You go Arlecchino, skill, Shilonen, skill, create the shard, Zhongli, skill for the shield, and then switch to Bennett. Also, you want to pick up the shard on Zhongli. and then use his skill, and then switch to Bennett, burst skill, and then get on Arlecchino and just start going crazy. And that's, you get a double Pyro, double Geo Resonance team. So it's like mono Pyro, kind of, but only in the sense that you're only getting one type of elemental damage that's making, that's doing the work. So both Archaic Petra and Skull of Cinder City and Noblesse Oblige are buffing Arlecchino up the wazoo in that team. So, and you got the comfort of having Zhongli with a shield, so you have like all this stuff going on at the same time. For a team that most people would think, oh, Tenacity would be better. Okay, but what if the boss you fight absorbs the stone steel, or whatever it's called, that Zhongli puts on the field, and it just evaporates? Okay, well now you're not getting any Tenacity damage bonus. It goes away 3 seconds after the skill hits. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll just use Zhongli last in the rotation, well, that's dumb, because now you gotta wait to pick up the Crystallized Shard. Oh, sorry, no, I'm sorry. You're not using Archaic Petra if you're making an argument for Tenacity, right? So, okay, let me put Zhongli last in the rotation, and then even if his pillar goes away, the bonus damage you get from Tenacity will still be good for 3 seconds. So you quickly switch to Arlecchino, and then your first 2 attacks will probably do the most damage that they can do. But the unfortunate thing is, that's it. That's the maximum uptime, is that those 3 seconds. And then once that's over, yeah, Tenacity's good, but you have to do a lot of positioning and stuff like that. Archaic Petra, there's some positioning involved as well. You don't want to accidentally pick up the shard with Shilonen when you're creating the crystallized reaction, but it could work. Thirdly, I made a case for using it on Dia and Zhongli. I also didn't even mention Neuvillette. I don't have Neuvillette, but yeah, using Zhongli with Neuvillette with Archaic Petra is a no-brainer, because Neuvillette does not gain anything from Tenacity, from having attack bonus. Sure, the shield also gets strength on the Tenacity bonus, but it's Zhongli's shield, come on. So, just, yeah, forget about that. And I guess most people these days, if they're using Neuvillette, maybe they have his C1 by now. He's been rerun 3 times. Not rerun, but he's been ran on the banners 3 times. That's so stupid that he, of all people, has gotten 3 banners, and Riceley has only gotten 1. Just think about that for a second. But yeah, most people who want to play with Neuvillette probably got his C1, and they don't need the interruption resistance anymore, or resistance to interruption. Anyway, so what would be another character you can use Archaic Petra on? Well, the character that I started talking about farming for in the first place, Noelle. What? That's so stupid. Why would you put Archaic Petra on Noelle? Alright, couple things. Number 1, the 2-piece bonus does give you Geo damage bonus. Number 2, if you play Noelle with Farina, Noelle is your on-fielder, and you're constantly creating crystallized shards for the Hydro damage bonus. So you're constantly supplying Farina with damage bonus with Archaic Petra. Well, why don't you just use Marashuse Hunter? Every time you use Farina, it's better to use Marashuse Hunter. Yeah, you could. But what if I also want to play with Yelan? Yelan's damage would be boosted a lot by Archaic Petra. If I use Marashuse Hunter and my Noelle, it's solely for Noelle's damage and no one else's. But if I use Archaic Petra and Noelle's my on-fielder, and I use someone like Yelan and Xingqiu with Farina, well, Noelle is my healer. So I don't need her to be doing crazy amounts of damage. I want to build her for damage, don't get me wrong. But I don't need to build her for crazy amounts of damage. The most important thing would just be driving reactions with her, with Archaic Petra, and she will constantly give even more damage bonus to my Mono Hydro team the entire time. Or you could do the big Farina core where that most people play now, which is Bennett, Shangling, Farina. Noelle could be your 4th slot, and now she can create both Hydro and Pyro Crystallized Shards. Only one bonus can be obtained at a time, but at the very least, she will be supplying bonuses for one of your 2 elements that you're using on that team. I think it said 1, right? Let's see. Only one form of elemental damage bonus can be gained. Yeah, so I don't think that there is a refresh downtime. So like if you pick up a Hydro Crystallized Shard, okay, now you're supplying 35% damage bonus. If you pick up a Pyro damage or Pyro Crystallized Shard, now you switch to Pyro and provide a damage bonus for 10 seconds on that. So there is a little bit of, back and forth on that, but all in all, it could be very useful. So I would like to try farming these artifacts and go back to farming Husk of Opulent Dreams. And honestly, I like the Husk domain because I'm always thinking about Clam. I'm always trying to perfect my Clam set on Kuki, mainly because Kuki's Clam pieces, the healing bonus circlet is missing HP, but it does have EM. The Sands doesn't have that much HP, but it has HP, so I could use more HP, while having the EM main stat for proccing Hyper Blooms. And, well, why don't you just use Gilded Dreams or Flowers of Paradise Lost? Because I like doing Mimi type builds. Yes, I said Mimi. I like doing meme builds with my characters, or off-meta builds. And guess what? I clear just fine using Clam Cookie and Spiral Abyss since I don't know how long I've been using this set. Like, I don't think I've really switched to Gilded Dreams or Flowers of Paradise Lost in a long-ass time. And the Sands that I have for Flowers of Paradise Lost is currently on my Nahitas. This was the Sands I got originally for Cookie, and look at how good the crit value on that is. This is so stupid and ridiculous. And yeah, it's my best EM Sands on my account. So why would I want to switch Cookie off of it? I'll just keep farming Clam and get more healing by getting more HP on substats, and then trying to get more HP EM mix substats on the Plume and Flower. So yeah, there's some ways that these pieces could be better. This could not have rolled Crit Rain and instead gone into HP or EM. This could not have gotten attack percent and could have instead gone HP or EM again. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And then same thing with this. This could have avoided flat HP and defense and just gone full HP percent. This is probably my best goblet that I have with EM on it, with Cookie in mind. I could also use this on Toma if I wanted to, but yeah, Toma wants energy recharge, so this is better for Cookie. The crit rate is a wasted stat. I would have preferred at least one more roll into HP percent or even flat HP here. So yeah, there's definitely some things I could change on my Cookie. And now we have Kokomi as well. My Kokomi could use more energy recharge. It's pretty high now, but I would have in all honesty, I would have been, damn it, I can't talk. I would have preferred to have gotten way more energy recharge on this Sands, for example. I mean, come on, 24 defense percentage? Are you kidding me? And then the Hydro Damage Goblet is on set. Kind of hard to replace this, but it could still be better. It could go more HP instead of flat defense. Believe it or not, Kokomi does scale with attack percent as well, just not that high. Like if you look at her talents, the ripple damage from her jellyfish is attack percent. Only the healing is HP, and then her burst is all HP, and then her normals are attack percent. So then you look at her passes. When you use her burst, the normal charge attack bonus that she gains is based on her HP will be further increased based on her healing bonus. So that's nothing to do with attack percent, but it's just her burst now scaling with attack and healing. Wait, did I? Oh, this was her other passive. And then this is just when you use her burst, it refreshes her skill. So that's it. Aside from that, yeah, her normals scale solely with attack percent. Only her burst will make her normal scale with HP. But yeah, when you're bursting, now you put HP on top of the damage that you do normally. So it's not that much, but she does scale with attack percent. So having attack percent on pieces is not wasted. It's just not great. But yeah, I could definitely use some better stuff. Her circlet has some pretty good energy recharge. Would have been nice to get a little bit higher rolls on HP, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, there's a lot of improvements I can do on Kokomi as well. I also have Barbara. I think she has a full set of clans. Yeah, she does. So honestly, I would like to do a meme build with Barbara where I do the same thing with my Kuki, where I give Barbara elemental mastery pieces, but still use Clam, and then just put her on Nilu Bloom. This is something I wanted to do for a while, but I'm always switching Barbara to Instructor or something. And she really doesn't heal that well when you put her on Instructor or Gilded Dreams or whatever the case. So yeah, I want to put her on Clam so that she's doing the Clam damage, that physical damage that you do with Clam, as well as providing good healing, but also creating good blooms with the elemental mastery. So I mean, yeah, there's Barbara as well. Who else can use Clam on my account? I can't even think. But yeah, there's just a lot of different things that I would like to do. So there you have it. That's what I plan on doing from now on. Who am I talking to? Oh, I upload these VODs to YouTube, so I talk. I yap a lot. But yeah, I do plan on farming more Obsidian Codex and whatnot in the future, but probably not until I pull more Natlan characters. I think I'm good with this domain now, and it would be nice to build my Noel. That's a lot of level characters. Yeah, I've had my account for a while. Whoops, did I do that wrong? There we go. Yeah, I've had my account for a while, so I just recently got Aurora to level 80, and not all of these characters are built. I just leveled them up so I can get the Acquaint Fates. Anyway, that's enough yapping for now. I am going to focus on, well, I'm going to use one more condensed resin. Yeah, I can check that out in just a second. Give me one moment. I just gotta walk over to my computer here. I did not mean to condense 2 resin. Oh well. I'll just log on a little bit later tomorrow. Okay, you wanted me to check out your characters here. Now I'm on PS5, so it's not like I can show it on the screen here, so I can only pull it up off screen. So let's go ahead and pull up Enka. Appreciate you not abandoning me. That's all. Let's see. I think I'm logged into Enka, so will it let me change? Yes, it will. Okay, cool. There we go. Is there any character you wanted me to look at specifically, or you just want me to take a look at them, just in general? That's true, I could use the friend size, couldn't I? How do we do this here? It's been a while since I searched somebody. Enter. There we go. Let's go back. And oh, let me get my keyboard for my PS5 here. There we go, and then search. Here we have it. Okay, so here are your characters. Let me look at my chat again. Send me a friend request. Sure, why not? And I'll just pull it back up here. Okay. So do you want me to look at this on stream, or would you prefer that I just look at the Enka here so that it's off screen? On stream? Okay. Alright, let's take a look at the right in here. Let me go back to sitting in front of my TV. Okay. This is a good starting point. She definitely needs a lot of crit rate, so this is a very good starting point. Energy recharge could use some help. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, we got attack percent sands, electro damage goblet. So this is kind of tricky. If you're using characters like Bennett and Kujo-Sara, you really want an energy recharge sands since there's diminishing returns on attack percent. But if you're using, say, Raiden on a taser team with Farina and Yulan or something, you don't have any attack buffers, then having an attack sands isn't the worst thing in the world. But it probably would be better to go attack goblet, energy recharge sands in that case. But yeah, still a good starting point. I think this is close to where I was at when I was starting to build Raiden. I had used an attack sands for a while because that's really all I had. So it's really tricky. Those are the only limited characters I have, by the way. Okay. Oh, okay, so you don't have characters like Farina and Yulan. Alright. In that case, yeah, I would say if you're farming emblems still, definitely try to... Oh, yeah, I feel that. So this is an upgrade from your defense sands then. Yeah, definitely just keep trying to get the energy recharge sands, and you'll probably end up using Bennett with her. The only 50/50 I won was Hu Tao. AR-14 pity. At 14 pity. Okay. I had to when I see the prompt come up on my TV, it's different than if I see it in my Twitch chat. So I have to look at my Twitch chat to see how you meant to type that, because it was looking like ta. Okay, so let's see. You're at, what's your AR? 56? So, yeah, you just got to the next war level, so you're still probably building everything up.
Silly churl,
okay, 75 crit rate, 94 crit damage, and a good amount of energy recharge. So I don't have Hu Tao, but my understanding is, other than like the obvious like elemental damage goblet, she usually wants HP or EM depending on the weapon. So let's see. Alright, White Castle, that's good. So yeah, you definitely want to switch this to an HP sands. And if you're using, no, you don't have Farina. If you plan to get Farina, you can get away with keeping the HP goblet and then switching to like an EM sands, for example. I haven't farmed for her at all. That's okay. We have the strong box now. Also, keep in mind, you don't have to go... Wait. Is this also... It doesn't actually say. Okay. It just says witch's end time, which is... Okay, I'm gonna assume all of these are Crimson Witch of Flame. But yeah, you can actually go with an off-piece. You don't have to go 5-piece set. So that's the beauty of having only a 4-piece bonus, unless they change that in the future and give you like a new circlet series to get, because there's like 4-star circlets that do that. But yeah, you can definitely go with an off-piece somewhere. Have nothing better. You just gotta keep farming. Biggest thing I would concentrate on for now is getting talents up with everybody. Yeah, you're already crowned Raiden's burst, that's fine. Yeah, Miko's skill and burst. Her burst is more like every other rotation, so it's not a primary concern, so that's fine. Kachin, yeah, this is good. Shilonen could use a little bit more. I have been farming for 2 years. Haven't we all? But yeah, the main thing is I would stop farming artifacts and just get your talents up. That's going to be your biggest thing with these characters. So like Shilonen doesn't need normal attacks unless you're going DPS. Yeah, you just go skill and burst. Crowning the skill, if you want to use a crown, is a good idea because she gets a lot of, just overall, she gets a lot of elemental shred from her skill, and then her burst is just for healing, so you could stop at 8 or 9. Xiao Sands, I don't... Oh, Shilonen Sands. Okay, defense. Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. The only downside is she's not really a DPS, but that is an excellent Sands. What weapon are you using on her? Ah, okay, so you even got her R1. That's good. Crit rate. See, this I would replace with healing bonus. She doesn't need crit rate. She's not much of a DPS character. Now, if you're using Fav Sword, yeah, she wants crit rate, but healing bonus is still gonna help. At least... Actually, no, let me take that back. If you don't have Farina, you don't really need that much healing bonus. I'm gonna replace that with a defense Sands. Oh, you know what? You don't even have to. You're right at the limit for her sword. I think her sword needs something like 3200 or 3250 or some weird number. So it's like you really don't need that much more defense to cap out the bonus you get from her sword. So yeah, don't even worry about replacing this with a defense Sands. I would say go with a healing bonus circlet and just try to get defense and energy recharge. She doesn't even need that much energy recharge, but it is nice to have. She can use every one. There's a cap on it. So there's a... If you look at the bottom... Yeah, look at the bottom where it says... For every 1,000, the equipping character has up to a maximum of 25.6% bonus. So you get 8% bonus for every 1,000 defense, but it caps out. So let's just get on the good old calculator here. I think it's 3250, but let me just double check here. So 8% for every 1,000. Let's just do 8 times 3, 3,000. That's 24%. So you're already really close to the cap at 25.6, right? So then we do 32. I was going to get 4K anyway. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's totally up to you. It's not necessary. That's all I'm saying. So that way you don't have to try to min-max her defense. You can farm for somebody else. Kuki is Kuki, so you can throw just about anything on her as long as it has elemental mastery. And then she can hyper bloom very well. If I can get 4K even, I'm going to find a way. Hey, you know, if that's what you want to do, then you go ahead and do it. Whoops, that's not what I'm getting my buttons mixed up with Tower of Fantasy right now. Oh yeah, I still needed to claim this. There we go.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
YM phone.
Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Hop on your phone. Okay, you meant to say my phone.
Proper happy childhood.
Okay, now that I've done that, I'm just gonna farm
When I was on the
Obsidian
brink of
Codex
death.
2 more times since I already farmed it a little bit today. But after today, I'm switching to Husk. Well, technically after tomorrow because I don't farm artifacts on Sundays. Alright, let's go ahead and do... Okay, so I'm gonna keep Beto. Where's Farina? Where's Farina? There she is. And then good old Bennett.
Witness my magnificence!
Get over here.
Strike a pose!
Oh, I don't have any energy on Farina. That sucks.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
I must have died at some point. Maybe it was because of the local legend from yesterday.
Knock him down.
Shower me with praise!
Not bad for not having any energy. Alright, let's see if we get lucky with the min-max pieces. Nope. And nope. I really should just farm Husk now instead, but it's only 2 runs.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Eyes on me! Locked on! Locked on! Locked on!
Who says Chopka can't work in AoE? All you need is Beto. Mobile Twitch? I haven't really looked at Twitch on mobile before. Come on. Yuck. My screen is pure black. Yeah. It sounds like it could use an update for sure. Oh, my data check-in. There we go. Okay, I'll just stick with this team. Oh no, I wanted Shalonen and Yolan for exploration.
Is it time to go?
There we go. Okay. It's only on specific channels too. Well, I'm not a very big streamer at all. I'm very tiny, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I can't really change the quality on my stream. I think it's always locked at 1080p or possibly 1440. I'm not sure. It's just going off of my PlayStation's settings. Okay, so now that that's done, let's see, which one is... Oh, you know what? I haven't even started the event. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, it could just be the quality, yeah. Let me see if I get on my computer, because the way I look at my stream on the computer is as a chatter. Quality, yeah, it just has the one option. Can I look at your UI? Alright, we'll look at the UI. There we go, you were this one. Alright, so 81 over 169, that's good. So we're looking at, this is your best character, so what you want to try to have is at least 200 CV, or 180 bare minimum. So 56.8 crit rate, multiply that by 2, add 53.6. So we're currently at 167.2. So not quite there, but you're getting there. What's that? So CV is crit value. What you do is you take your crit rate, multiply it by 2, and you add it to your crit damage. And this is just your artifact value, not your overall stats. So like you don't want to look at your crit rate here and crit damage and then say, oh, I have over 200%. You want to go off just purely based on your artifacts. That's how you know your character can stand alone without a crit weapon or something, like if you don't have a crit weapon. Now I'm guessing, yeah, you do have her weapon, so that's good. So the weapon will pad out her stats even more and just make her do even more damage. So what I would look at here to improve is just try to get maybe 30% more crit damage, give or take, like 33% more crit damage, and that would be the perfect 200% ratio. Want to know the funny thing? What's that? She's a top 83%. I'm assuming you mean on the Akasha website. I think. Just going off the top of my head. Okay, so just a couple of things here. When it comes to Akasha, the ranking stuff, the higher percent numbers is not gonna be like the best of the best type deal, if that makes sense. So if you see top 50% versus someone in the top 5%, that usually means that the person with the top 5% has the better build. So if I'm looking at Yaimiko and it's top 83%, it also depends on what team it's telling you is the top percent of, right? So let's, oh my god, I really need to get ad guard for my computer. Once I get paid, I'm getting that ad guard right away. Okay, so show leaderboards, here we go. So yours is top 73%, and it's going off of aggravate with a flex spot. So let's see. Yeah, 73%, and it's showing the characters Yaimiko, Nahida, Zhongli, and like a flex spot, one other Electro character for an aggravate comp. Usually it's going to be Fischl, but since Yaimiko has off-field presence, you don't need Fischl that much. Position in a DPS build. That is a DPS build. Aggravate is the Electro Vape or Melt. That's going to be like the best DPS type of team that you can put an Electro user on is Aggravate. Now, if you're looking at just like a hyper build or hyper carry or something, DPS, like damage per second. Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so just for the sake of it, I'll look at hyper carry. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Take me back. Yeah, Miko again. Here we go, leaderboard. So if I look at, say, like a hyper carry build. Now keep in mind, this will do less damage than the aggravate. But your Yaimiko is top 78% in a hyper carry build. A hyper carry build would be Yaimiko, Raiden, Kazuha, and Bennett. I'm sorry, man. So remember, the higher the percentage, the worse it gets. And that's what I was trying to tell you. Aggravate is better. So you're top 73 in Aggravate. And that's actually a good thing because that's one of her best teams. And this is also considering your 110% ER. There's another Aggravate ranking on here. It's also top 73, but it doesn't matter about what your energy recharge is. So the higher your energy recharge, probably the higher your ranking will go. So I'll look at mine here, just to give kind of an example. Let's go ahead and copy. And why does Akasha have so many ads all of a sudden? I don't remember it having this many ads. This is crazy. Did they revamp their website? Here we go. Alright, so if we look at... I'm just going to compare my Ayamiko. Oh, it's giving me the Hyper Carry as her best team. That's funny. So, my Ayamiko's best team, according to Akasha, because of the way I have her built, is going to be with that same team that you wanted me to look at. The Yayamiko, Raiden, Kazuha, Bennett. I'm at 120 ER, and I'm top 5%, according to Akasha. On the Aggravate team, I'm top 9%. I'm trying to see if there's anything I'm missing. Now, it is considering Yayamiko's weapon. I don't have Yayamiko's weapon. So these numbers are not like the most optimal, but then Akasha does not take into consideration the weapon anyway. It's just giving you an example, like, oh, if you have her weapon at R1, this is where your ranking would be. I don't have her weapon at R1, so the damage that it's saying on Akasha that I might do is not actually the damage that I would do, because I don't have her weapon. Well, it just depends where you spend your resources. It takes less than a year to really top up your account in terms of like builds and stuff like that. It just depends on what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on too many units, it tends to be a little bit more harmful to your account, right? If you're trying to make use of a certain team or something like that. But if you're focusing on just a few units, then you build a core, and then you go, okay, I have this team, it does good now, let me build another team, and then that's what you do. If you're just focusing on one character, then all your other characters won't get built, so then all your resources get spent on just one character, and it would seem like a waste in that sense, right? So it just depends on how you're using your resources and what you're doing when you log into Genshin. I can tell you right now, for my first year of Genshin, when I looked up Genshin, I didn't really know what to expect. All I did was explore for the majority of the time that I was playing. And that was probably, I'll say within like the first half of the year. The later half of the year, I started wanting to build my characters better, so I set myself a schedule. Instead of trying to figure out, oh, what's the days that I need to farm talents and weapon ascension and all that stuff, I just said, screw it. I'm only going to farm talents and weapon ascension on Sunday. That way, the rest of the week can just be for whatever whatever my needs are. If I need Mora, okay, I'm going to spend my resin on gold ley lines for a good portion of that week just so I can get Mora. If I'm good on Mora, alright, well, time to farm anything else that I can farm. Artifacts, XP books, whatever I might need. And then after I got my account high enough and just more characters got built bit by bit, the majority of my time just went to artifacts. I'm pretty poor right now. I used to have over 10 million Mora, and now I'm down to 5 mil. I was at 3 mil at the beginning of this week, but I farmed ley lines. Also, give yourself an excuse to farm ley lines. I use the battle pass as an excuse to farm ley lines and use my resin on that. So there's that too. I mean, you can shoot me a message even if I'm not streaming. I do get on off stream. I don't just stream, or I don't just play when I stream. So if I can answer your messages in game too. That's why I put Ask Me Anything on my card. I think that's what I put. Yeah, ask me anything. So yeah, feel free to just shoot me a message if you're trying to figure out who to build for, who to farm for. Yeah, just let me know. And just to show you what my Yayamiko is using, so I'm not using Golden Troop. I do plan on switching her to Gilded Dreams, but right now this is what I'm using on my Yayamiko. So 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Thundering Fury. And then I have this Electro Damage Goblet that I got really lucky on. The substats are terrible, but good crit value. Oh, okay, I'll just say it out loud. So, since you're having trouble with the screen, I'm running a 2-piece Gladiators Finale and a 2-piece Thundering Fury. So I get just the 2-piece bonuses, 18% attack, 15% electro damage bonus. My artifact quality, I have, without weapons, I have 57.9% crit rate and 121.3% crit damage with 26.6% energy recharge. If I look at my overall stats, so including the weapon, I'm using Neuvillette's weapon, by the way, which gives 88.2% crit damage, but that does mean that my attack suffers because it only has 542 base attack. But overall, my stats are 82.1% crit rate, 259.5% crit damage, and 126.6% energy recharge. Now, my Yaimiko, I got really lucky on because I had already decent pieces from farming Thundering Fury for my Fischl and for my Beto. Yeah, she can, yeah, that's basically it, is I would be charge attacking most of the time. I got unlucky when I was trying to pull for Staff of Homa, and I got Neuvillette's weapon instead. And I thought, well, I'm probably never going to use this weapon. And then I realized, oh, I'm just going to give it to Yaimiko. I had her on Witsith, and you could say that Witsith is better. But I like to have the consistent damage, and I also like to co-op a lot and do random co-op. So Witsith's passive doesn't proc in co-op. Wanna know? Oh, hold on, I missed that message. Let me go back to my stream on the computer. Want to know the only reason I got Yai? What's that? Oh, and I don't add people on Discord. I'm not one of those streamers that I have like a Discord where I message people and stuff like that. Because my friend bought me her. Well, that was nice of your friend, that's for sure. Yaimiko was the first 5-star I tried to pull for. I started playing Genshin when Yaimiko's banner like first came out, but it was towards like the last week or so. I got the weapon F2P and he just bought me her, so gotcha. Unfortunately, I didn't get Yaimiko when I tried pulling for her, but it was also just the first week that I played. Maybe even the first 2 weeks. I pulled for her, and my first 5-star ever was Jean. Good old Jean. Yeah, I spent money for my Yaimiko as well. The next time that she reran, Hazel was on banner. I remember this specifically. Or the next time I tried to pull for her, I think it was her rerun, her first rerun. Hazel was on banner, and I pulled all the way up to 76 pity. My 76th pull was Hazel, and I just took it as a sign that I wasn't going to get her. So I just decided to stop pulling, and I waited for Wanderer, because I wanted to try out Wanderer. Wanderer's banner comes around, I do a single pull, I get Farazan. And then I do one more single pull, I got Wanderer, so 78 pity. Had I just spent the Primogems, because I had the Primogems, I would have gotten Yaimiko prior. But I decided to stop because I was getting frustrated that I was getting so high in pity. Then finally, she reran a second time. I missed the 50-50 again, and I got so pissed that I just spent the money, because I just wanted her. I had been wanting her since I started playing the game, and the game wouldn't give it to me. So I said, screw it. I'm working, so I'm just going to spend the money. I don't regret the purchase, but I hated the feeling. It made me feel dirty that I felt like I needed to spend money to get the character that I wanted. That dirty feeling did go away pretty fast though, because once I started playing with her, I thoroughly enjoyed her. So yeah, it is what it is. Second 5-star was Mona. Your first 5-star was Mona and second 5... Do you mean like your first 50-50 loss was Mona? Gosh, I still remember losing 50-50 to D-Luke 3 times in a row. You got Mona off standard. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you got her on standard, and then you pulled for her on a limited banner, lost the 50-50, and got her a second time. I see what you're saying. 90 pity. You know, I've been pretty unlucky since Natlan came around, but I don't think I've gotten up to 90 just yet. 90 pity again to get right in. Holy crap. I'm really sorry to hear that. This game did you dirty. They really do need to change the pity system though. Something that I like about Tower of Fantasy is that it shows you what your pity is the whole time. Hoyo despises it. Yeah. Hoyo despises a lot of us. They did make it a little bit better, but that new capturing radiance thing, it has its own pity system that they didn't tell the fans. But thankfully, someone out there was able to figure out the formula. I'm not going to say how or what they had to do. I can only imagine how much money they had to spend to figure this out. But there is a formula for capturing radiance. Basically, if you lose your first 50-50 and you don't get capturing radiance, then I don't know what that means. Adventuring time camera. If you don't get capturing radiance, what happens is the game remembers, okay, you lost one 50-50 and didn't get capturing radiance. Then Honkai. Oh, I haven't played Honkai. I'm assuming you mean Star Rail. I haven't played Star Rail. But yeah, your second time that you go to lose your 50-50, the capturing radiance, the chance of getting capturing radiance goes up from, say, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say it goes from 10% to like 30%. If you still don't get capturing radiance on the second 50-50 loss, the next time you get a 50-50, and if you lose the 50-50, the next time you get a 50-50, so the third time, it would go up to, say, 50% or 70 or just some odd number, right? If on your third 50-50 you lose the 50-50 and you don't get capturing radiance, then the fourth, I think it's the fourth, the fourth 50-50, if you were, again, if you would lose the 50-50 a fourth time, it's automatically capturing radiance. I think it's the fourth time. It might be the fifth, though. Yeah, I think it's the fourth. I could be wrong. I remember seeing like some video about like the statistics and all the tests that were done, and I was just thinking, holy crap, that was a lot of money. But yeah, it's the third, I think the third time has a high percentage chance to win. So it's like, I don't know, 70% or higher, maybe 75% chance that you'll get it, but it's still not a guarantee. And that's why I'm pretty sure I remember it being that it was the fourth time was guarantee. But again, it's the fourth time that you would lose the 50-50. So here's the kicker. If at any point in time when you're on a 50-50, even if you lost the 50-50 prior, if you win the 50-50 and it's not capturing radiance, guaranteeing you the limited banner character, your capturing radiance pity resets. That's the kicker. So I could lose two 50-50s in a row, and then on my third 50-50 I could win without capturing radiance, and now the next time I lose the 50-50, it's back to whatever low percentage chance I have of getting capturing radiance. Like, it doesn't just remember that I lost two 50-50s before. It thinks, oh, you don't need my luck anymore, or you don't need my help anymore. Let me reset the pity. So it's kind of ridiculous in that sense. You basically will never see capturing radiance unless you're a whale, or just extremely unlucky. But yeah, even I have lost. In that land, I lost the 50-50 to Shalonin, and I used the Genesis crystals that I had purchased from like last year, and I never used, and I got Shalonin that way. And then the next time that I pulled for a character, it was for C2 Nihida. I got her. I won the 50-50, and I got her at early pity. And I just won the 50-50 on Chaska. So I'm never gonna see capturing radiance, but that's probably a good thing if I never see capturing radiance.
Of the abyss.
Probably.
Surviving is tough.
Alright, let me go back to your messages here on the computer.
It's tougher.
They spent the money for the better of the community. Yeah, no, they didn't. I guarantee I never win a 50-50. I need capturing radiance to get any limiteds. Oh gosh. And I don't even know if capturing radiance is going to work for Chronicle Wish banners either. Actually, no, it wouldn't make sense to, because they have a fate point system. So yeah, never mind. It's only the limited banners, period. Okay, let me start the events here. So if this is voice acted, I am going to mute myself. Let me see, how much longer am I going to stay on? I'll probably stay on for a couple more hours, and then I'm off to bed, because I got to wake up early for work tomorrow. So here we go. Okay, no voice thing. Paimon not telling me, oh, Auroran wants to see you. Yippee-ki-yay. Alright. No, I'm not gonna fly all the way over there. Whee. I need Ganyu on banner. I need Shenhe. I've been wanting to see Shenhe for such a long time. I will spend for that one, yeah. Like, if I got Ganyu just because I was building pity or something, I would definitely get her skin, and I already have a pretty decent set for Wonder Streak for her, and I have Amo's bow, so I could just put all of that on her. I do also have the first Great Magic that I just got recently, so I guess I could give her that. That's better than Amo's bow for her. Alright, here we go. Is this going to be voice acted? Let's find out. I will mute myself instantly if it is voice acted.
Once the Traveler shows up, everything will get better.
Hey, Auroran, over here!
Oh, hey there, Traveler and Paimon.
So you were looking for us? We came as soon as we heard.
You did? That makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Is this what happiness feels like?
The heck? Where is this coming from?
You are truly the best friends I could ask for. If my vegetables met you, I'm sure they'd grow all the more lush for it.
What makes you say that?
Well, it's a compliment. I heard that complimenting people makes them happy. Did it work? Are you happy? It's that obvious, huh? Well, you're right. I feel like an aphid who can't find a flower. Granny is standing in my way. Yes, Granny's a genius, as you know. Geniuses often stand in the way of others, leading them to despair. And on top of that, I'm her grandson, which means I get a double dose of despair. If that sounds serious, it's because it is. So please, help me deal with her.
Oh, what happened exactly? You make it sound so dramatic.
I had to get you involved. Most people can't deal with Granny, and... Of course you can. You were the first person I thought of, Other Granny. Granny is what I called you when we first met, and I know I got told off for it, but please, let me off for calling you that one more time. It feels like there's something unique about you. Even Granny Seatlali treats you like you're someone special. And everything that's happened since we met suggests it's true. If I had a woven scroll that listed the 40 people who can deal with Granny Seatlali, your name would be at the top of that list.
Wait, so who are these other 39?
Also the Traveler. The rest of the list is just the Traveler 39 more times. Great. So you're gonna help me, right, Granny? I can't stress how important this is. Although it looks like I'm just hanging around with nothing to do, inside, I'm distraught about the path ahead. Granny Seatlali is blocking my way and I can't get past. But now that you're here, I can start moving again, before time runs out. You know how much Granny loves to drink, nap, and read light novels, right? If you offer her what she wants, I'm sure you can lure her away.
You mean use those things as bait to distract her so she won't notice what you're up to?
That's right. Don't worry, I won't make you do all the work. I've planned it all out, including what you need to say. All you need to do is walk up to her and tell her this. Dear Granny, I have the latest volume of Mirage Warriors here, along with the special edition spin-off of the case files of Miss Orith. Want to read them together? She'll pretend not to be interested for a few seconds, then think of an excuse to say yes. As long as you're the one doing the fishing, she'll definitely take the bait.
He's just trying to butter you up. Even Paimon can tell. He's just saying whatever it takes to persuade you.
No, I mean it. Granny might not say it out loud, but I can tell she has a soft spot for the Traveler.
If you say so. Paimon's still not convinced. But if all we have to do is say a few words to Seatlali, it's hardly putting us out.
It's as easy as watering vegetables, and if my vegetables were here, they'd... Sorry, there's no time for vegetable talk. Just trust me. Let me take you to her. With you here, everything will be better. Huh?
What's the matter?
It's Granny. She's gone. She was standing there at the cave entrance to stop me from going in, standing right in my way.
Oh, you meant literally standing in your way. This whole time, Paimon thought you were being metaphorical.
Granny says it's tacky when light novels use contrived metaphors. I don't want to be tacky.
Wait, but aren't you comparing yourself to a light novel? Isn't that kind of contrived?
What? Oh, darn it.
Yeah, see, Lolly probably figured there was no point standing in your way anymore. Auroron, whatever it is you so desperately need to do, you're now free to do it.
I don't think it'll be that simple. Granny wouldn't release me from her grasp so easily. She might have laid a trap for me, or maybe when I get inside, I'll get caught by one of her surveillance spells.
Yeah, let alone lay a trap for you. Unless you haven't been up to no good again, have you?
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Rescue someone? Oh no, what happened?
Could I ask you to go inside and take a look at him? I think he should be safe for now, but he'll be at greater and greater risk as time goes by.
But then, what are you going to do?
I'll have to wait outside, or I might fall into one of Granny's traps.
You mean you want us to fall into her traps instead?
No, you'll be fine. Granny's traps will recognize it's the Traveler, so they'll leave you alone. Sure it is. I mean, I've told my aphids all about your heroic deeds, so I assume Granny's told her traps too.
You can't just assume that.
Either way, I'm counting on you, Granny.
Well, sounds like someone's life is at stake, so we should probably head in and check things out. Guess we just keep following this path? Aurora seemed pretty confident that Lolly's traps won't harm us. But still, it can't hurt to be careful. We made it in without a hitch. Maybe St. Lolly's traps can recognize us after all. Wait, look! There's someone there! Hi! Are you okay? Can you hear us? Is he asleep? Or sick? Do you think this is the guy Auroron was talking about? Also, what the heck's been going on here? Lots of strange and mysterious stuff around. Could be. Let's get Auroron in here. He'll know what this is all about.
Sorry, Granny.
All grown up now, are we?
I'm truly sorry.
Now that you're one of the 6 heroes, you think you can do as you please, do you? Well, explain yourself, you dummy! How exactly were you thinking of helping that spirit duffer?
Auroron! And, hey, Seed Lolly.
Huh? When did you guys... Oh, drat. I wasn't expecting them. And now the Traveler probably caught me yelling at Auroron. Oh, this is not a good look for me. Hello there, you two. We were just, Auroron and I we were, play acting. You know, acting out some scenes from a light novel, quoting the lines. I didn't actually mean what I was saying. Right, Auroron?
Huh? Yes, that's right. I owe you an apology too, Traveler. I asked you for help, but I forgot to watch my back and Granny caught me. And now we're play acting.
Traveler, come on. Now's not the time for games. So what are you two up to exactly? Did something happen to this poor guy?
Yeah. Leela's his name. He got into some trouble during a clairvoyance session. It's a kind of spell that lets your spirit leave your body, so you can access secret knowledge. You know what a medium is, right? You've probably come across them in novels. Anyway, it's similar to that. Leela's problem is his spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
So in other words, his body's here, but his soul's gone?
Well, technically the soul and the spirit aren't quite the same thing, but yes, in a nutshell, that's basically it.
I just wanted to help bring Leela's spirit back.
And I wouldn't have stopped him if it was anyone else. But the issue is, Mr. Leela here is what we call a spirit duffer.
What's a spirit duffer?
Someone with no spiritual sensitivity whatsoever. Spirit duffers can't sense or control spirits, much less use spells on them. Now, there are certain methods that can force even spirit duffers into a clairvoyant state. But, well, I mean, look what happened to Mr. Leela. The spells of the Masters of the Nightwind are all based on dealing with spirits, and so are all our problem-solving methods. So for spirit duffers, even our healing methods don't work on them. So, if they get into trouble trying to use a spell, there's basically nothing we can do.
Yes, there is. As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
You hear that? No prizes for guessing what Auroron's bright idea was.
Oh, because of your special constitution, right? But isn't it kind of risky for you?
I'll be fine. Granny's just worrying too much. I'm feeling fine now, so I should be able to do it safely. Besides, it's probably our only hope of bringing Leela back.
Don't kid yourself. What happens if it's not as safe as you're hoping, We both know you'll risk it all to try and rescue him anyway. Honestly, you're such an idiot sometimes.
Screenshot.
This is a tricky one. It's true that Auroron can be self-sacrificing to a fault, but it's also true that Sweet Lolly tends to worry too much.
You're darn right Granny Eatsley's got a plan. Why else do you think I'd be here?
Huh? You do?
Wait, really? You actually know a way to save him?
Yes. I mean, it's a crude solution. But that's beside the point. The point being, don't interfere when Granny's already got things under control. Anyway, Traveler, I was actually going to ask for your help on this. My plan will take quite a lot of work, and it's a little too much for one person.
Oh, great! Well, it's a good thing Auroron brought us here then.
I intend to use a two-pronged approach. The first is the crude method. Basically, it's looking for a needle in a haystack. See the thing I've drawn around Leela's body? That's a gateway to the Night Kingdom. Once the gateway is activated, all roaming spirits in the area will be drawn to it. If we're lucky, we'll find the one that belongs to Leela. I'll lend you some of my power like last time, so you can use my clairvoyance. It only works if you use this projection sensor first, though, so don't forget that step. Don't worry, this time nothing can go wrong. You'll just feel like you're in the Night Kingdom, and you'll see a lot of roaming spirits around you. All you need to do is gather them up. You can leave Auroron to sift through them and find Leela. Since he wants to help so bad, he can take the hardest job. Draw him back, using what I know about the instincts of spirits. As we all know, clairvoyance is usually conducted with the goal of unraveling mysteries. If we can find out what mystery Leela wanted to learn the truth of, we can use that to draw his lost spirit back here. I'll do some clairvoyance of my own, and channel it through Leela's body. That should give me some idea of what he was thinking.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets it now! The first approach is like fishing with a net, and the second is like fishing with bait. Just like how Auroron wanted us to lure you away with the promise of light novels.
Your point would have been just as clear without the example, Paimon.
What? Don't think I won't revisit this later.
But Granny, it's amazing that you can use a person as a clairvoyance medium. I always thought you had to use inanimate objects.
You can't flatter your way out of this one. But you're not wrong. A person without a spirit is just a physical shell, which, for our purposes, makes them an inanimate object. Traveler, just over there is my spirit loom, which will record the fragments I see during clairvoyance. Once I begin, please arrange them on a woven scroll for me. Let me know when you're ready. We should get to work. Are you ready? Don't worry, the spirit loom is very easy to use. I know this is your first time working with it, but I have a feeling you'll do great.
Oh, the woven scroll is ready. This looks like a person. Who is it?
Huh? It's Sanhaj Kampore.
Huh? You mean that Sanhaj? Auroran's ancient name hero guy?
That's right. He was not only one of the 6 heroes, but also a legendary border master of our tribe. 500 years on, and the remains of his spirit is still so strong.
Border Master is an honorable title, by the way. It's only given to powerful figures like Granny Seatlali.
No, not like me. The most powerful border masters can expand the borders of the Night Kingdom and temporarily manifest part of it in the real world. I'm no amateur with border spells, but Sanhaj is in a league of his own. They say his border mastery was what turned the tide in the Battle of the Mare Javari 500 years ago. Legend has it that Sanhaj summoned a miniature Night Kingdom and exploded it to defeat the encroaching Dark Calamity.
Whoa, he must have been really strong!
Of course, it came at a great price. As far as I understand, both Sanhaj and Tainoch, the leader of the tribal coalition forces, gave their lives to activate this spell. I don't know what Leela was thinking. Even I'd think twice before seeking out Sanhaj Kampore during clairvoyance. So what sort of spirit duffer in their right mind would... I guess folly is the greater part of bravery. I'm starting to feel like something else is at play here. I think I'll pay a visit to his house and see if I can find any clues. Yep, you can keep gathering the roaming spirits. That won't be affected. Hopefully you do find Leela that way, because it'll save us an awful lot of trouble. But before that, it looks like we now have another problem on our hands. Connecting with the spirit of Sanhaj Kampore has caused quite a stir. I think we may have just spooked all the monsters in the area. Traveler, if you've got some time, could you go and get them to pipe down a bit? We don't want them to start attacking innocent bystanders.
It's fine. I can handle that.
Oh no, you're staying right here, mister. The Traveler has enough to do already without coming to your rescue.
Alright then. Sorry, Traveler. Over to you, I guess.
The most important thing right now is getting Leela's spirit back.
All right, I'm heading out. See you guys later.
Okay, it looks like we have the event. Part of the event. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Huh. New gathering challenge unlocked. Whoa. Max gathering score will increase to 3,000 after 1 day. Oh, okay. That means I can almost get all the primogens right now for this one. And then this... Complete spirit gathering, trample, return... Dragon storm, and phenomenal. Huh. Wonder what all that means. Gameplay tutorial. Illustrations, it's kind of roaming. Sorry for nearby characters. And a dragon. Okay. So, puzzle up here. Increase your movement speed, restore stamina. My party member receives rare buff. Increase. Moving trigger for 20 seconds. Attract. Huh. Okay. Next. Alright, we have this thing. Okay. In Evil Banisher challenges completing all Banishing Light objectives will award you Banishing Aura. AoE damage defines while Banishing Aura is active, you will not be able to accumulate progress towards Banishing Aura. As the Banishing expires, you can continue completing objectives and once again obtain Banishing Aura. Okay, there's a combat event, okay, and the next one, unless after completing the prerequisite stage, okay, so I can do up to 4 of these, okay, place a fragment in the area, blah, 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 that's pretty basic. I guess I already got one. Ooh, thank you for the weapon ascension materials. I could have used that earlier for Chaska's weapon, but okay. Not this one, but just in general. Cool. Wait until the next day. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. Experience. Here's the other thing. Shouldn't there be one other challenge? Okay, and then the sword, you need 400, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Okay. You need 200 in total to get the sword, and then it's just every 200 you get something. Primogens for the entire thing, so 4, 8, 12, 16, and 200. And I already got some primogens for the quest, I think. Let me see. Usually it shows the quest. Nope, that's not it. Aha, yeah, I got 40 primogens for the quest, so 4, 8, 12, so 120 total there, plus the 200 from this thing, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, yeah. So, 320 from that. This we can already see the full amount, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's 240. 240, 320 is 560. So far 560. And then this, let's see, so 50. Okay, so it's 50 for every one. 51, 52, so 760. And then this is 30. Looks like 30 for every one. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 240. And I already lost count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 3 is 240. Oh, that's right. This was 200. So 760 plus the 240. Yeah, 1,000 Prima Gems. Okay, so it is what I thought it was going to be. So the entirety of the event will grant you 1,000 Prima Gems. Cool. Let's do the weaving one. Whoops. First. Alright, let's start. Since this one's the easiest one to deal with. Let's see. Now it's back here. Okay, so I need to put this back one. There we go. Yeah. Right about here, it looks like. There we go. On to the next one. Okay. Oh, this is a funky looking one. I'll just put it here for now. Yeah, looks about right. Next, we have this thing goes here. Probably here. Oh, this is a very small triangle. What the heck? Oh, it would go here. Okay. Yeah, looks right. And this. Am I looking at this correctly? Maybe I didn't put it high enough? No, I think that's right. Ah, okay. Gotta stop second guessing myself. Oh boy. Eye patch. Let's see. So this is gonna be about here. Yeah, looks right. Oh, this is a small thing, so it probably goes here. And then this is the bigger one. There we go. That was a little quicker. Alright. More furnishing pieces. Sweet. Okay, is this the co-op one? Or PvP one? Oh, there's no point in me reading the tutorial earlier. Oh, we're gathering spirits. Jumping on the will break it for the roaming spirit within. Okay. Let's see how we do. Oh, what was the challenge rewards? So, complete spirit gathering, triumphal. Okay. Triumphal return, shackled spirit. Okay, so I can't do all of these at once. So these will unlock within the next few days. And then this is just random. Okay. Here we go. Oh boy. There we go. Oh, I didn't get to change characters. Okay. I usually like to pick Jean for these. No? Am I doing this wrong? So is this a team thing or? Oh, it's a team thing. I'm sitting here trying to work against everybody. Come on. Ah, I'm doing so bad. Okay, I should have realized it was a team thing. Damn. Buffs obtained. 975. I wonder if I could have gotten more. I thought it was a PvP thing. This is an actual team game. Okay. I guess that makes it more fun because everyone can just focus on going to one spot. So I think the maximum I can get is 2,000. So now I should try to get. So I'm only going to be able to do. Okay. Let me restate that. I can only get so much in one game, so I'm going to have to play at least 3 games. Oh, you took it from me. Same team, same team. There we go. Almost got it. Shining Spirits gathered. 23. Cool. Oh, that's not me. Ooh, okay. I got the 2000. Okay, I guess I don't have to play this 3 times like I thought. I'll take it. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Now for the combat event, which isn't down here. Oops. And I can already claim one of these. Cool. Only 70 more resin, and then I'll finish that off. Man, I really thought I could hit the limit for the weekly before Sunday. And I guess I would have to do TCG or something. Oh well. I could get this now if I just spent some resin or some Prima Gems to do a resin refresh, because I don't want to spend my original resin, but I don't know, I kind of like seeing a bigger number on my Prima Gems. Oh, I can condense another 40, so there's that. I'll still wait till tomorrow, though. I can now get the sword. Cool. Whoops. There you go. Alright, Evil Banisher. Yeah, there we go. Oh, cool. I don't have to teleport to a waypoint to get to it. It's just its own domain thing. It's funny, I get this event sword, and I don't think I'm gonna use it on anybody. I even got the Battle Pass bow, and I don't think I'm gonna use that on anybody. Okay, I have enough to level it a couple times. Sweet. All my resources. Oh, okay, no more. That's as high as I'm gonna get this sword, probably. As for the bow... Oh, yeah, I got plenty of resources for this one. Let me use up my low-level stuff first. I forgot that this came out during Sumeru, so it's all Sumeru weapon ascension materials. Alright, I have to switch to 3-star now. Damn, still going. Okay. Finally a stopping point. I guess all that elite farming I did for my resinless behavior streams really helped me out on that one. What does this even do again? Charge attack has an opponent, so if I air with descend upon the opponent. Extra damage, apply Heartseeker effect. Heartseeker, more 20% more charge damage. Okay. So this is actually a pretty decent charge attack weapon. I don't know who I would use this on. I probably can use it on Sethos. But yeah, if I ever do get someone like Ganyu, I have the first great magic. I have Tainari already, so if I ever build Tainari, I can use the first great magic or Amos bow. But I like having him on Slingshot. Not gonna lie. Where is... It's a 3-star weapon. It's down here. Yep, there it is. Good old Slingshot with a 28% crit rate. Even higher if I actually level 90 it. Okay, let's see what this domain will do. Alright, so... I don't get to pick the difficulty level. Deep from within the night realm. So this is going to be a lot of AoE. And then this is going to be a lot of Fontaine AoE mixed with Natlan. Thankfully, no enemies that are impervious to anything. Shatterstone Breacher, so I'll probably want Chio for this. I get the feeling, though, that I'm not going to be able to pick any character. Never mind, I was wrong. I guess I will be able to pick any character. During the challenge, complete all objectives, banishing array, obtain banishing aura. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, swirl reaction on opponent with your active character. Trigger an ISO burst 1 time. Chaska! Alright. Let's do... Double Pyro and... Shenhe. Why not? I would actually need to reconfigure this a little bit. There we go. That's better. Start them.
Show me your manifest. Do your master's bidding. Teamwork is dreamwork. Huh? Buckle up. Ha! Let's fly. Locked on.
Too much damage.
Well. Here comes another.
Fire in the hole. Unleash. By ordinance divine. I'm going in. Ha! Ha! Open fire. Knock him down. Obey. Do your master's bidding. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up. Come on.
Here comes another.
Locked on.
Whoa.
Locked on. Hold on to your hats. Unleash. By ordinance divine. Everybody stand back. Let's fly. Locked on.
Where is it? Where's the
Fire in the hole. Obey. Cryo incarnate. I'm going in. Buckle up. Ha.
Ah.
Open fire. Bullseye. Knock him down. Manifest. Do your master's bidding. Everybody stand back. Let's get it on. Take me up. Bullseye.
I can't. It doesn't let me even do an attack. I wonder if there's a platinum medal. Does it even matter though? Oh yeah, no, you only need 4,000. Okay. Hell yeah, you only need 1,000 just to get these, but yeah, 4,000 to get this. Vanishing aura for just extra resources. Okay. Alright, during the challenge, complete all objectives of Vanishing Ray, obtain the Vanishing Aura. Deal hydro damage to opponents 12 times, deal charge attack damage to opponents 8 times. Charge attack damage. Interesting. Okay. Well, definitely want Yuan, but who else can I I guess it would just be Chaska again. Hydro damage to opponents 12 times. Yeah, I could just use Chaska. Furina. We could do... No, we can do Shenhe again. And then Bennett. Or... I could do Furina. And I can do... Let me think. I can do something silly. I don't really need to min-max on this. Let's do Dea and Charlotte. There you are. Yeah, that could be fun. Because she at least fully heals the team.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! Look alive! Say cheese! Hard hitting it! Open fire! Bullseye! Locked on!
Put up a good fight.
Locked on! Hold on to your hats. Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive! Let's get it on! Hold that pose! Breaking new! Ha! Open fire! Locked on! Bullseye! Bullseye! Fire in the hole! Strike a pose! Time to shine! Buckle up! Hi! Smile! Truth bomb! Let's fly! Bullseye!
Let's hope you'll put up a good fight. Stick around.
To your hats. Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Look alive! Hold that pose! Hard hitting it? Take me up! Open fire! Bullseye! Locked on! Knock him down.
Yeah, I'm not even close to getting
Shower me with praise! Let my name
thing.
echo in... Let's get it on! Say cheese! Truth bomb! Locked on! Open fire! Open fire!
Yeah, I would have needed Nicolette to really...
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come on!
Okay. That was terrible. Can I switch teams, or I have to... No, I have to do something else. Okay. So I know who I'm going to pick this time. Whoops. Damn, it took me out of the whole thing. I don't exactly have a charge attack character other than Chaska right now. So... Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, but there's electro slimes. This game hates me. There's electro slimes, so there's no point. I need to do hydro damage. So Yelan's gonna be my big one. Is there anyone... I'm thinking Hyper Bloom would be best, but I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. It would just be... I feel like it's just Raiden. Yeah, because I usually do charge attacks with her. Okay, we'll do... kind of like the classic team here. Okay. We'll weave in some charge attacks here and there.
Shine down! Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Gotcha! Game's up! Fun's over!
Let's hope you put up a good
Barbados! Guide us! Now you shall perish!
Did that not count?
There is no issue.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, this sucks.
Here comes the catch.
Oh, Bryce's barbs count as charge attack. Hello.
I swear by my sword. Torn to oblivion.
Where are the enemies? Oh my god, I got
shattered.
no...
Strike a pose.
Yeah, I need
Time
you
to
to...
shine. Busted. Game's up.
Why did I have to use charge attack?
Take it easy. Quietly now. Barbados, guide us.
Let the world come alive!
Shine down. Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy. Gotcha. Now you shall perish.
Let's do this.
There is no escape.
Strike a pose! Let my name
Oh, doing better.
Busted. Game's up. Comes over.
go as flat!
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
I swear by my sword. Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Yeah, no, this is not it. This just isn't it. I didn't even get the aura 2 times. Okay, yeah, no, different team. Who can I use for charge attacks other than Chaska? Oh, wait a minute. I got an idea. I need hydro damage so I can swirl hydro constantly. I think I have a team. Let's see how this works.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
We'll see about that! Years of the storm!
Squall and Fury. Let's hope you put up a good fight. Wretched vermin.
Let the world collide! I'm going in! Too late for regrets! Truth repeats its course!
The wind rises.
I think I just found the team. I'm not getting much hydro damage anymore.
Unsightly insects.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
We'll see about that! Have fun with this gift!
Squall and Fury. Cry louder.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! I'm going in! Gears of the storm! Dare to mess with...
Behold.
I don't think I can take much better.
Wretched vermin.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Everybody stand back! Truth repeats its course!
Squall and Fury. Cry louder.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in...
I think I can beat
Have
this
fun with this
though, if I
gift.
just
Behold.
don't do any charge attacks with Farza. Oh, I beat it. I want to do it again though. I feel like I can get a better score. I can't believe Wanderer charge attacks is what saved me.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Truth repeats its course!
Let's hope you put up a good fight. Unsightly insects.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! Everybody stand back! Have fun with this gift!
Squall and Fury. wretched vermin!
Strike
Let's
a
hope you put up a good
Let
fight!
my name echo in song! I'm going in! Truth repeats its course!
Behold!
Come on. There you go.
Unsightly insects!
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine! Everybody stand the ears of the storm!
Oops. I keep trying to burst right away with Wonder. But I keep forgetting that I did his burst at the beginning of the rotation.
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive! I'm going in! We'll see about that!
Squall and Fury, know your
Whoops,
place!
that's not what I wanted to do. Oh no.
The wind rises.
Okay, there we go.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Let my name echo in song! Shower me everybody
Definitely a better score, even though I messed that up earlier. Almost 5,000. Okay, definitely a better score. Alright, I can't do that yet. Alright, I'm like, why isn't it checked off yet? There we go, now it's checked off. What was this one again? 5 swirl reactions on opponents with your active character and trigger a Night Soul burst. So this was just a meme build or meme team, but it worked out. Yeah, I guess having Wander built even remotely did work out for me. Another thing I could have done was just done Yalan's breakthrough bars for their C6 and Wanderer's normal attacks for coordinated attacks. But yeah, that wasn't entirely necessary. What other Hydro characters could I use? Probably Kokomi or even... Oh, I could have used Ayato. His burst leaves a huge AoE of Hydro damage over a long period of time too. So that's another option I could have done. Not really Candace. Not a lot of application there. Unless I did Nilo Bloom. But who would I be charge attacking with on Nilo Bloom? Barbara? Whatever, it's done. Okay, and let's see, can I collect any more of these? 560, oh, not really. I got the first refinement though, but don't have enough for the other refinements. I guess I can do this quest and get another 80. Yeah, I'll have enough. I just need to do the quest. But I've completed all the event stuff that I can do for now. Because these two won't open up until a couple days. Oop. Freaking hiccups. A couple days from now. Yeah, 1 then 3. So what this really means is like 1 day and some hours. So in about, give or take about 5 to 6 hours, this will still say, or just less than 5 to 6 hours, this will still say 1 day, but after 5 to 6 hours, then it'll start saying 24, 23 hours, etc. So this is actually 4 days, not 3 days. Alright, so I won't be able to do this tomorrow, but I will be able to do it on Monday. No, wait. Today's Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. Okay. It's weird, I'm not used to working Sundays. Even at my past job, which was just retail, I still had Sundays off most of the time. So it always throws me off that I have to go to work on a Sunday. And that's essentially my Monday. Okay. I gotta say, I was pretty privileged working in a bank for so long. Technically a credit union, but Tomato, tomato.
I'm a little out of practice these days. Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking.
Okay, so I'm now gonna wait until 7 o'clock, and I'm gonna mute myself to do the next part of the quest here. After this goes by. That way the voice dialogue can play out.
Hey, everyone.
Ah, Granny. You're back.
So, no good news for me then?
You saw right through me. The Traveler collected a lot of spirits, and I checked all of them one by one. None of them matches Leela's description.
I figured. It was written all over your face. It's alright. I didn't exactly have high hopes for the needle in a haystack approach anyway.
Leela's condition is still stable, but we're not really getting anywhere.
Well, luckily, I made some progress on my end. Leela's parents told me that he made a new friend recently, and apparently he's been out of the house for days at a time. On one occasion, they secretly followed him and saw him and his friend tinkering around with something at a camp. Yeah, some guy who goes by the name Kokuchu, dressed in what looked like Inazuman attire.
Is this really all I'll need, Mr. Kokuchu?
Based on my studies of the ancient texts, hypersensitivity is usually treated with desensitization therapy. So, I figure there's no reason it shouldn't work in reverse. Now, for a poor chap like yourself with no sensitivity to spirits whatsoever, you'll have to completely immerse yourself in spiritually rich substances for this to be effective. I'm electing to name this approach hypersensitization therapy.
Is it risky?
You're the spirit duffer, not me. I'm sure you're more clued up than I am on the potential consequences of brute force clairvoyance. Ultimately, it's your decision.
All right, but I do have one last question. What's in this for you? People like me obviously don't have much clout in this tribe, so it's not like I can offer you much in return.
You think I'm looking for a reward? Oh, my good sir, take a look at my face. Isn't the answer written here clear as day?
What? What's written there?
Just a friendly guy who's happy to help.
What? So some random guy from Inazuma just felt like helping Leela cure his spirit deaferness?
Hypersensitization therapy, huh? What a novel idea. Could that really work?
Not on Leela by the looks of things.
It's anything but novel. Our tribe used to offer it as a treatment once upon a time. But it was so fraught with risks and had such an abysmal success rate that it was eventually outlawed. As for this Kokuchu fellow, I'm sure he has his own agenda. He conveniently disappeared right after Leela got into this mess. Leela's parents gave me the address of the camp, so I went and checked it out. There were clear traces of spiritual energy. And also, look what I found.
What's this?
A broken shard. Probably from a weapon or some sort of ceremonial implement. You feel that? It might look old, but it has extremely strong traces of spiritual energy. Leela must have used this as his medium. It would definitely explain how a spirit duffer like him was able to trigger a clairvoyant experience.
Wait, there's something else. It feels so familiar. I think this is somehow connected to my ancient name.
Connected how? Is it like a shard of an ancient name?
No, more like... I think this item might have belonged to a previous bearer of my ancient name.
Okay, that's it. Granny's getting itchy clairvoyance fingers. I'm going to try using this shard as a medium.
Cool, same as last time? The Traveler can use the Spirit Loom to record what you find on a woven scroll.
Nope. Auroron can do the recording this time.
Why?
It's a safety measure. You have a better understanding of the spirit domain than the Traveler. If this really is a Sanhaj relic, you'll be better placed to deal with the fallout in the event that something goes wrong.
See, Paimon? Told you Granny has a soft spot for the Traveler. Look at her not wanting to put her in danger. Meanwhile, I'm just a grandkid, so I'm expendable.
Hey, what are you blabbing on about?
Sorry, Granny. I'm ready now.
Then let us begin.
Alright, what's on the scroll this time? Looks like a broken bow covered in flames.
Hey, don't you think one of the pieces looks just like this shard?
You're right! It seems to be from the body of the bow.
I saw a bow just like this in one of Granny's scrolls.
Yes, it's the weapon Sanhaj used in the Battle of the Mare Javari. I guess that proves it. This shard is a bona fide Sanhaj relic.
Good old Sanhaj. The relic's spiritual energy was fluctuating very strongly, but I wasn't in any danger at all. The Traveler probably would have been fine as well.
Now that's a true hero, huh? Generations later and the stuff he used to own is helping to treat spirit duffers.
I still think there's more to this story, though. Kokochu must have had his own motives beyond just treating Leela's condition.
Well, okay, we saw the full bow just now, right? Maybe he wanted to see it too, so he could track down the other pieces.
I don't know if he'd have anything to gain by doing that. Even if they're Sanhaj relics, I still doubt he'd have much use for a broken bow.
Also, why use a spirit duffer in that case? You're basically setting yourself up for failure.
Huh? Leela's body is responding!
Let me take a look. I can sense a spirit being drawn to the relic.
Looks like Granny's plan is working. Leela's spirit is being drawn to the bait.
In that case, let me try again. This time using both Leela's body and the shard as mediums.
You can do it, Granny. I'm ready to go too.
You got the itch too, huh?
Plus, Auroron went last time. It's only fair to take it in turns.
Fine by me. We know it's safe now, so you shouldn't have any problems.
All right, if you insist. Be my guest. Just let me know when you're ready. You ready? All right, here goes.
image has appeared. This one is a map.
A map? Of where?
Could it be the Mare Javari?
The Mare Javari?
The Mare Javari was reduced to a desolate wasteland after that big battle. Or rather, it became known as the Mare Javari after what happened there. The ashes of the monsters and warriors who fought there covered the entire battlefield. Sometimes, bone-chilling cries would be heard from the depths. Other times, the whole region would become engulfed in towering flames, drowning out the cries. That place is full of untold dangers and mysteries. Over the centuries, the finest adventurers have tried to prove themselves by venturing in. Sadly, most ended up perishing there. That lasted up until around 20 or 30 years ago, when strange things started happening. People started speaking of an enormous dark creature the size of a mountain, roaming around inside the Mare Javari. And then, shortly after that, the whole region just completely disappeared. Nobody knows how, but that infamously ominous place just vanished from the face of the world.
What? How the heck?
I know, right? Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, the place indicated on this map is where it used to be before it disappeared. At the westernmost part of Natlan. It's a very remote location, far away from any of the tribes. There never used to be a settlement there, but there's more people since the Mare Javari disappeared. Anyway, that's just what I've heard. I've never been there myself. This is what age does to you. The older you get, the less adventurous you become.
That's just an excuse. Granny's too lazy to take a trip that far away.
Hold on a second. There's a spirit approaching the shard and the woven scroll.
Oh, Leela's body is responding again!
Quite a strong reaction this time. Does this mean what he was really seeking was the Mare Javari's location?
I sense it too. There's a soul nearby. Almost a complete one.
This is creeping Paimon out!
Seems like the plan is working.
So, can we just wake him up now?
Not today. You might think bringing a spirit back into its body is like pouring water from one bottle into another, but it's far more complicated than that. I need to borrow a ceremonial sword and make some other preparations. It'll take me about 2 days. But don't worry, now that his spirit's returned, there's just one step left. Let's meet up again in 2 days.
Okay, it looks like that's it for the event for now. Got my 2 refinements on this new sword. I'll probably be able to get 1 more refinement after or on Monday, but I don't think I'll be able to get both of the last 2 refinements until after Monday, so probably not until Wednesday. I think I work Sunday, Monday. I might be off Tuesday or Wednesday. Let me check. Where's my notepad? There it is. Inside my bag that I take to work every day. Okay, let's see what my schedule looks like. I need to scratch those 2 days off. Okay, so tomorrow I go into work from... I think they changed it again, so it was supposed to be 10 to 5, but I always wake up a few hours early. But I think it changed back to us not having a meeting, so I should be able to go in at 11. I don't know. I feel like I should still go in at 10 just to be safe. And then Monday. Okay, so I am off Tuesday and Wednesday, so I should be able to do the remaining part of this event and stream it on Wednesday. I'll probably stream on Monday as well, since I'll be coming back home at 5 o'clock. I don't always get on right after I get off work. Usually I like to relax and do things outside of video games once I'm done with work. So I'll probably get on maybe a couple or a few hours after I get off work. But yeah, I can see myself streaming on Monday, doing more of the event and more exploring. I don't think the quest part of the event will happen until... Oh, never mind. Yeah, it will be available on Monday. So scratch that. I will definitely be streaming on Monday. Regardless of what time, I will definitely be streaming just in general. And then Wednesday will probably be, if I do stream, it will probably be just to finish things off and then do more exploration. I see myself doing that. The guy that was in my Twitch chat hasn't said anything since he had to go. Draco41Q. It's a very odd name, but yeah. But yeah, he hasn't come back in a while. He wanted me to look at a Scaramouche build. I don't think it was his own, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon. After all, I did get some more spin crystals. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's take a gander at some of these things here. So the shop is gonna reset in about 4 hours. I'm not gonna stay awake just to get more intertwined fates. I'll just do this tomorrow off stream when I get off work. As for my Primogem count, so I'm not going to calculate what I have left over from the event. I may do that, but not now. But we're definitely going to end up with more than the 50 pools. So considering that I started off at 800 once I was done pulling for Chaska and her weapon, I'm just lucky I even had that much left over. But yeah, 800 Primogems, and now I'm at just over 8,000 due to the expiration, the leftover event from before, and the
I'd have lost myself long ago.
Not to mention, I think Imagineering Theater, yep, this is going to reset tomorrow as well. So I might be able to hit 60 pulls before the end of the first phase, because this only has 9 days left, but with Welkin Moon and commissions taken into consideration, that's almost 10 days worth of that, which is for me gonna be 1,500 Primogems, so 150 per day, almost. So you just subtract 150 from 1,500, that's 1,350 on top of what I currently have, which is 8,290. So that's gonna be exactly where I need to be to get a 60th pull, 60 pulls worth of Primogems. That's what I mean to say. So 9,600. So that's pretty good. In one phase, I was able to save up 60 pulls worth of Primogems. Technically a little bit less if you consider the fact that I started at 800, not 0. But yeah, I'm still going to be getting more Primogems from the event, which I did not calculate just now. I only calculated my Welkin Moon and commissions. So whatever I get from the event could end up being somewhere around, I don't know, 400 or less more, considering what I've already obtained. And then there's also the reset for Imaginarium Theater. That's going to be another 800 primos right there. So, yeah. I might even get close to 70 pulls, depending on how much more we get from exploration. So not bad.
To be led by the whispers of the abyss.
Also, I think... Let me check something. Yep, I still have to do the Statue of the Seven. So I forgot about that. Let's just do that right now. Statue of the Seven, every time you do level it up for Netline, you get 100 Prima Gems. Whoops. There we go. So, I want to offer 32 in total. There we go. There we go. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get the 35 for the next level up, because that's not going to be until the next phase or next region or whatever comes out. I don't know that 5.3 will even have a new area, but yeah, there shouldn't be any more Shrine of Depths. So usually the game, when there's a new update, usually you're only able to obtain enough Shrine of Depths keys to equal how many Shrine of Depths there are available when each region, or when each new section of the new region comes out. So I don't see myself getting 30-something Pyroculus from the leftover region that I still have to explore. But hey, at least we have something to look forward to. 15 Pyro Sigils, another 100 Prima Gems, a lousy 3,000 more, or measly. But a Shrine of Depths key does mean that I'll probably get around 50 to 80 or so Prima Gems when that comes out. Oh, I forgot that I got an Acquaint Fate. Let's see what I'm at there. Booyaka! So another Acquaint Fate means I'm now at 90. When I fill out the Battle Pass... Yeah, the last level... Oh, I forgot about that too. Once I finish the Battle Pass, it's another 680. Yeah, I think I might be able to get up to 70 pulls before this phase is up. So that's pretty cool. But that also means that I got the majority of the Prima Gem stuff in the first phase. So that means the second phase of this update, I probably won't get 40 pulls like I normally am able to calculate. I might barely get 30 pulls worth of Prima Gems. But that's not counting the Intertwined Fates and the Star Glitter that I have. So if we look at my total savings, I'm projecting 70 pulls, so 11,200, I think. Let me do that in my head real quick. By my head, I mean my computer's calculator. Yeah, 11,200. Okay, cool. So I did do that right in my head. So I should be around 11,200 before this banner phase is finished, or right at the end of the banner phase. That's just in Prima Gems. Now, if I look at Fates, I'm getting another 5 from the shop reset. I'm getting 1 Acquaint Fate from the Battle Pass. And I'm going to get... If we look at Star Glitter, I have 18 pulls worth of Star Glitter. So, depending on how much more Prima Gems I have over that 11,200 mark, if I somehow end up with another 320, that will mean if I combine that with the Star Glitter and the Intertwined Fates, that's another 30 pulls. That's impressive. So yeah, that'll be around 100 pulls going into the next phase. Not even the next update, but the next phase. That's crazy to me. Again, I used up almost all my Prima Gems pulling for Chaska and her weapon. I lost the 50-50 to her weapon, but I still got it without spending a penny, without using my reserve Genesis crystals, which isn't much, but it's there. So yeah, just Battle Pass and Welkin as far as the part of my account that pays for stuff. And I still managed to scrap out so many extra pools. So, yeah, something to look forward to again. Who knows though? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I won't get up to 11,200 Primogems. It would be nice, but yeah, I'm sure if I did all the math bit by bit, I might not be at 11,200. I definitely will have more than 9,600. But yeah, it's tricky. You know what? I could just do the math right now. What else do I have to do? I'm not gonna really do any exploration right now. There's not that much exploration to do, and it's already late. I should be going to bed. Yeah, let's just do the rest of the calculation. So I'm at 8,398. Let me get a second calculator up. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. So, let's look at the event. Let's see what we have left. So, 40, 80, 120. Alright. The next quest should be another 40, assuming that they all have the same amount. Because I did calculate that to be 1,000 total Primogen, so it does seem right. There's another 60 right here. And then another 20 right here. Ooh, I got chills. That's weird. The heater's on. Another 100 Primogems from the next two parts of this event. And then 30 for each. 30, 60, 90, 120. Okay, another 120. So that's 460. Oh, I was close. I was thinking around 400 or so was going to be what's left over for the event. So I underestimated. So 460 from the event. Battle Pass will get me... Yep, I don't have any more intertwined fates to collect. So another 680 from the Battle Pass. And then... Imaginarium Theater resets in 3 hours, roughly 4 hours, so that's going to be another 800 because I'm pretty much always able to complete it. Unfortunately, Abyss already reset, so I'm not going to be getting that before the next phase reset, but I will be getting the Abyss reset during the second part of 5.2, so that's another 800 primos for that banner phase. Ooh, my wrist just... Ooh. Something just happened to my wrist. I went to go scratch my back, and I felt like a pull on my wrist, like a sharp pain. Ooh, that did not feel good. Okay. Anyways, so we're at right now 1,940, and 9 more days worth of Welkin and commission. Again, that's going to be another 1,350. Let me make sure I'm calculating this correctly. So 9 days from now, that's going to put me at, or let's just say in 5 hours, this will say 9 hours. Wait, hold on. It's 12 a.m. right now, and I think the server resets at 5 a.m. my time. I'm not sure with daylight savings, though. I haven't really stayed up till 4 and 5 a.m. since I got a job, so I'm just going to assume it's still 5 a.m. So in 5 hours, this will still say 9 days and 12 hours remaining, but when I sign on after work tomorrow, it'll probably say 8 days and some 20 hours or whatever, however many hours. So, with that in mind, let's just count them up. So we're on, today is now Sunday. So, counting today, when the server refreshes, I got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yep, okay, so that's the 9th day. So, not counting Tuesday, the following week, not next week, but the week after. Monday when the server resets, or yeah, I think I did that right. Monday when the server resets, it'll still say 1 day and 12 hours, just for example. So yeah, that's a full 9 days. Technically it's only 8, but yeah, whatever. That's gonna be 1,350 primos. So I'm at 3290. Now if I add that to my current count, yeah, I was right. Okay. So I underestimated again. I thought I might be a little bit over 11,200 primogems, but I'm going to be at 11,688 primogems, not even counting the rest of the exploration that I have to do. So there's still some chests to get in this general area, right? Not a lot though, it's already at 91%, so I don't see myself getting that many more primogems, but I mean, maybe I'll get 20 more. And then there's the achievements. I haven't done all the achievements yet. So the Duelist series, I've been putting that off I've been purposely putting this off because the local legends, they stress me out. Some of them were fun in the last region update, I guess in the 5.0 region update. Some of the local legends were fun. Figuring out how to fight the turtle with Farina was pretty fun, so I didn't have to do like a weird try-hard setup where I tried to kill him before he got his shield up or something. That would have been nutty if I would have had to do that without Farina. I'm so glad I have Farina because holy crap. So yeah, there's that to consider. The Capybara was an interesting one. Very rage-inducing, but an interesting one nonetheless. I don't think I really raged out on the Capybara. Capybara, however you say it. Capybara. And then there was the one that I couldn't figure out for. It was the dash one. I figured it out, but I kept messing up the timings. And I would dash too early. I do this in Souls games and Elden Ring as well. I just dodge too early because I think, oh, it's coming down now, but I just mistime it. So that one was a struggle, but once I started playing it safe and going, no, I'm not going to be able to dash on that one on time, so I'm just going to wait, then I was able to get the achievements for that one. And then my favorite was the parry one. Once I learned how to parry that guy, that was a lot of fun for me. Like, ooh, I can parry this, I can parry that. Okay, how do I get this achievement? Let's do it again. So the Wayub local legends, thankfully you can do them all in 1 day. But these two, this one not so much. This one's not that hard, but this one, Relay, I did not like her. She's the cryo version of the local legend from before, Sappho. Sappho was at least more fun. Rain of bullets. Anyway, but yeah, I did not like Relay at all. That cryo dump that she does, where she's got cryo bombs going everywhere, and then throwing the dynamite barrels at you, and you can't really dodge them. They float so slow that if you try to dodge them, you're still in the radius. It's just so stupid. Yeah, she was very rage-inducing, so I'm not gonna have fun with that one for sure. But regardless, I still have a lot of achievements to get, so I can count them out if I wanted to. We know that there's at least 30 primogems from this one left over. We got the 20 here, and then we have 35 for the rest of these. So I could add them right now. Right? So assuming that I get these before the banner phase is up. Alright. And then 5, 10, that's 15 plus 20. It is 35. Okay, so plus 35. Oops. Almost at 635. Alright, so that's 190 on top of the 11,688. That'll be 11,878, and then whatever's left from general exploration. Oh, here we go. I didn't even consider this. Another 5 for the waypoint, and then whenever I get this done. So, okay, so not counting exploration treasure chests, just the achievements, that's 11,893 Prima Gems. Not bad. 11,200 is 70 pools, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not right. Hold on a sec. Why do I think that's 60? No, hold on. 50 is 8,000. And then 60 is 9,600. 11,200 is 70. Okay, I did get that right. Huh. Why did I think it was some other number? 16, 16, 32, 13, 32, 64. That's 40 pools. And another 32 is 9,600. Okay, yeah, no, I'm doing math. I love math, but I can't do it anymore. Okay, yeah. I gotta stop second guessing myself. So 70 pools. Then we consider the intertwined fates. So we're gonna have 10 intertwined fates from, in total, I have 5 right now, and then 5 from the shop reset. I have star glitter. I have 18 pools worth of star glitter, so that's 28 pools there. And now let's convert that to Prima Gems. So you just multiply that by 160. And so that's 4,480 plus 11,893. And then divide that by 160. So 102 pools. Okay, I was right. So yeah, I'll be over 100 pools before 5.2 second phase even starts. That's pretty cool. And while not being quite free to play, it's still low spender, and that's a lot of savings. Now, free to play, you take away the battle pass, the extra intertwined fates, and the daily welcome moon. And there is quite a difference there. You subtract 90 from each day, and you can only get 60 from commissions. So you do the math on that, that's definitely going to be a lot less savings. Let's just call it an even 100, round up, and say that's what you're missing out on with welcome moons. So that's like 2,000 right there, roughly, throughout the phase that you would miss out on with welcome moons. So let's see what that becomes. Minus 2,000, and then minus 680 for the battle pass. Minus, let's say 800 for the 5. No, it's not 800. It's, how many intertwined phases did I get from the battle pass? 4. So minus 640 if I convert the intertwined fates to primos. And then what else? That's it though. Imagine Theater, Abyss, that's still something you can do as a free to play. Now let's divide that. So if I were a free to play account and I had the same amount of Prima Gems that I did going into this banner phase, just making assumptions, I still, with exploration and achievements and everything added to the mix, I still would have ended up with 81 pulls before the end of the banner phase. That's a rough estimate. It's probably just slightly less than 80. And that's also considering how much star glitter I have. So you could subtract that for someone just thinking about like the baseline. Whoops. I did minus 180. I meant to subtract 18. So yeah, take away 18 pulls. You're at 63. 63 pulls saved in one banner phase as a free-to-play account is pretty damn good. Let's just call it an even 60. That's not very realistic for all the banner phases. Obviously, we have new areas to explore, so that really adds up. But still, 60 pools for free-to-play, 100 pools for low spender. Oh, I mean, in my case, because I keep counting the star glitter. 100 minus 20. There you go. 80 pulls for low spender. It's pretty good. It just really goes to show, like I've always said, you don't need to spend money in these games to get good. It's just a luxury if you do. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to somehow scrape by and get Mavwika and possibly even Sitlali, but I don't see myself getting both if I'm being realistic. I probably will only save about 30 pulls worth of Primogems in the second phase, maybe 40, but I don't think I'll get 40. I was averaging 40 before Natlan came out, but with the changes that they made to certain things like Spiral Abyss not resetting twice a month, you know, things like that. I mean, at least they added an extra layer to the Imaginary Theater, so now you get a full, between Spiral Abyss and Imaginary Theater, you get a full 10 pull. So technically we're getting more Primogems. I don't know, it just feels like I'm getting less in some patches when I don't have anything to explore. But still, let's assume I get about 30 pulls next phase. Going into 5.3, I'll have 130 pulls. That's not enough to guarantee a 5-star. I would have to be extremely lucky and get early, not lose a 50-50, and get Mavwika, and then hope that I can try to pull for Sitlali. But it's just not realistic. I don't see myself doing it. And they probably won't even release a new region or a new area to explore in 5.3. So there's that to consider as well. So even throughout 5.3, let's assume I might only save another 30 pulls. That's a total of 160. That's only enough to guarantee, barely guarantee, one 5-star. That's not even a perfect guarantee, because I've gone up past 80 pity 3 times now since Natlan started. So that's unfortunate, but you know, I'm hoping I'm gonna get Mavwika. I wanted to, once I got Mavwika, I wanted to save Primogems for like Arlecchino and Cloran, but it's possible, I don't know for sure, but it's possible that they might come a lot sooner than expected. And if what I saw was true, I might not even be able to pull separately on separate banners for them. So I think my priority will be that if I want to get all the characters that I want, I don't want to spend money on Arlecchino's constellations. I would like to try to get C2 without spending money. Do I need C2? No. Not at all. So I think what I might do is, if I get extremely unlucky on Mavwika, I'm probably just going to spend money to get Sitlali and then just stop there. I'm probably not going to be able to pull for Arlecchino the next time she reruns, but I think what I'll do from now on, after Mavwika's banner, I'm just going to start saving my Primogems again like I did with Fontaine, and just not pull anybody else going forward, and just save until I get another Arlecchino rerun, which probably won't happen until Shnezhnaya. If assuming I miss my chance on Natlan to get even one constellation, I'll just save the rest of my Primogems throughout the rest of Natlan, and then I'll just pull on Arlecchino's banner on her next rerun. If things go the way I hope they do, maybe I'll get even C4. But who knows? Anyway, that's my plans going forward. I went a little bit over on time today. I didn't plan to stay up talking and yapping that long, but this is generally what goes through my head when it comes to this game. I like to plan ahead because that's all I can do. There's not a whole lot of content to do outside of exploration and questing and stuff. It'd be cool if there was some tower or something that I could
When you lose your
play
way,
in that just
gaining
you could
some
just
altitude can
ascend.
bring some perspective.
And with each level, there's like a harder challenge that you can do. It just keeps getting harder and harder and harder until it bottlenecks you, and you're like, oh man, I can't get past this until I get a better build or, you know, get stronger or something. That would be so cool. It's like maybe it could have 100 floors or unlimited floors, or instead of a tower, it's like descending. So you go down floors instead of up. And then you could have unlimited challenges. I wish there was something like that in Genshin. That would give me something to do and enjoy. And I could totally stream that and just be like, okay, let's see how far I get with my current build, or my builds, or my account, versus like somebody that's a whale account. And it won't be something like Tower of Fantasy where you have like a ranking that you have to try to compete with other people who are omega whales. It would just be for fun, and it would just be to see how far you can get with the amount that you've achieved. They'll never do that, but it would be so much fun if they did. Like, I'm not talking about an extra layer to Spiral Abyss, just something where you can just have unlimited challenges. I miss that in games. There were some games where I had that in, whether it was like a boss rush mode or I always refer to a game called Jade Cocoon. Its end game, or New Game Plus, wasn't really a New Game Plus. Once you beat the game,
I'd have lost myself long
you
ago.
respawn in this, think of it as like your checkpoint area, or your rest area, or whatever, for the game. So the game puts you back in that area. But now you don't have any bosses to kill, because you beat the game. But instead of doing New Game Plus, that game did not have a New Game Plus. What it did have was something called the Eternal Corridor. And it was awesome because, I mean, for me, I just like to see how far I can go with things. Okay, I beat the main game, the story's out of the way, but I want to keep doing stuff with the cool dragons, or they're called minions, but like just the cool monsters that you can capture, because it has like that whole Pokemon-esque feel to it. The game came out back when Pokemon was all the rage, so games that were similar to Pokemon also came out in abundance. Dragon Siege, Jade Cocoon, like I mentioned, you got Digimon, and certain other games where you like raise beasts to fight for you and stuff. But yeah, the Eternal Corridor was cool because you would start off fighting a certain level of enemies, let's say level 20. And by then, you're probably at level 25 with your own beasts. So you clear the first corridor. You get to the first boss. The boss is level 20. You beat him up, and you realize, oh man, he was actually a lot stronger than I thought he would be for a level 20 minion. I'm glad I was over-leveled. And then you get to the next level, or next area, and it's level 21 minions. Or every 2 or 3 levels is when they go up. So you get to the next 3 areas or whatever. You clear the first 3 areas, and the 4th area has level 21 minions, and you're like, oh, things are getting harder now. So then you fight like 8 bosses, and then it's like, wow, I'm fighting level 25 to level 28 enemies now, and I'm still level 25. Like, I need to go back and rest. And then you do your stuff. You know, your beasts have leveled up. You've leveled up as a tamer or whatever, and you start mixing and matching your minions together. It's a whole thing with that game. I'm not going to go into all the statistics and the gameplay and all that, but you do your things that you need to do to get stronger when you're resting again, and now suddenly your minions, your beasts, they went from level 25 to level 28 or higher, and you're like, cool, all right, let me go back into the Eternal Corridor. But here's the kicker. It starts you off at the first floor again, the first area. So you're back to fighting the level 20 minions, and you're like, oh man, can I skip this? No, but that's the beauty of it. If you like doing that kind of content, then you just want to get through, you know, the lower levels as fast as possible, conserve your resources, like healing items, or MP, or whatever that game had to offer. And then you get back to the 8th area, or wherever you left off, and you're like, okay, Now I'm fighting level 30s. I made it. I still have a lot of healing resources left. Let's go. Let's go forward. And you just realize just how much harder it is, and you just want to keep going. Is this really Eternal Corridor? Is there a limit? How far can I go? How high of a level can I get to? Since in that game, you could beat the game at level 20. It wasn't really one of those games where you grinding. But this gave you an option to grinding, and just see just how far you could take it. And once you get bored of it, then you get bored. You just put it down and play something else. But then if you want to play it again, you pick it back up and say, okay, where did I leave off at? Okay, I was at level 45? Cool, let's see if I can get to 50. You might have to dedicate a few hours to do so, but it was just something you could do. Now, I'm not asking for something that drastic for Genshin Endgame, but man, it would be so cool if we had something where it's just like, okay, I had to stop here, or I died, so I had to restart, and let's see what I can improve. And if they gave you some reward for each floor, or each area, or whatever, like a food item, or Mora, or XP books, or crafting ore, or just something that you could use in a practical way, talent books even, just something, but not primogems, not resin, not stuff that you could normally buy, or that you would have to explore to grind for, or you'd have to complete Spiral Abyss for, or whatever. Because then everybody would only want to play that just for the sole purpose of, getting more primogems or whatever. And how else would Hoyo make their money if they gave you an unlimited resource of primogems? I think that would be silly. But yeah, if they just had something in there for people that just want to challenge themselves in some way, God, that would be the dream come true for the hardcore Genshin players. And then everyone could shut up. Everyone would have their own thing. Oh, I play the game for the story. I play for the exploration. I play for the co-op. I play for the unlimited challenge endgame. Damn, I can't play with him. Everyone would have their own thing, and would want to play this game even
by the
more.
whispers of the abyss.
Unfortunately, that's not where we're at, and I don't think they're ever going to do something like that. I'm glad that they did add Imaginary Theater, though. It is an interesting concept. It's an interesting little event that they added, and I'm glad that it does have the extra layer of difficulty where you can get up to 100 or 800 primogems now in rewards. That's cool. And I think it's cool that they give you talent books too for every season that you claim new rewards. That's cool. It's not just primogems and Mora. So yeah, a little bit of extra stuff. Okay, I'm stop yapping. I gotta stop rambling. I look at the time and I'm not even sleepy, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with myself until I fall asleep? All right, I gotta stop putting it off. For everyone that's been sitting through,
tough.
just
Taming
listening to me yap and Chaska in the background, I appreciate you. Anyone that was here on stream, thanks for stopping by. For those watching this on YouTube later when I upload the VOD, thank you for stopping by. I want to wish everyone a good day, or good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching. And just remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and just have fun. Enjoy your life. And don't forget, you don't need to spend money in this game to get good. You can if you want to, but you should never feel pressured to do so. Alright, everybody. Peace out.